that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just...
Well, I never thought that Katie would go to those extremes. In a word, she was spirited, impatient. Katie was always strong-minded. You couldn't say no to her. She'd take it as a challenge. And if she didn't agree with you, she wasn't one to give in. That's the kind of American stock she comes from.
If she hadn't left home, maybe none of this would have happened. But then, nobody stays home. She was quite good when she was young, always giving things away. She was pretty, tiny hands and soft skin. She really wasn't like any of those other young people. Selfish, foul-mouthed young men. They changed her.
She was very beautiful. She was a model revolutionary soldier. And by that I mean that when it really got heavy, the radicals started to fade. But not Kate. She was total commitment.
It's just that she got caught up in that revolutionary excitement. She couldn't have turned back even if she wanted to, because, well, that would have meant failure. She never allowed herself to lose at anything.
I think I should go and study you.
Why? Because you're a man?
Teach your children well. Their father's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh.
What do you think?
Set for 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
You get to the courthouse on time and nobody gets hurt, okay?
Okay.
Be careful, huh?
Relax.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, you've got exactly 1 hour till 9.
I love this country. I've had the best it can offer, and I've seen the worst it can be. And I'm committed to making America a better place, no matter what the cost.
For in your time, we have the opportunity to move not only towards the rich society and the powerful society, but upward to the great society. The great society rests on abundance and liberty for all. It demands an end to poverty.
Well, we were supposed to be the cream, the educated future wives and mothers of America. But we really had no idea what we wanted to do. And Kathy was like all of us, sort of passing through. At college, she was pretty competitive and all that, but she wasn't an egghead or anything. She was bright. She had a good sense of humor.
Hi, okay, Miss Denver, I bet a penny.
Hey! You can't bet a penny. I've already bet a quarter. You can call me, raise me, or fold. But you cannot at this late date bet a penny.
Look, Kathy, Mark may be coming down this weekend.
Yes.
You want me to ask him to bring a friend for you?
I just want to play!
Wow.
Anyway, Saturday I'm supposed to teach.
Oh, well, you cancel it.
She's dedicated, Margot. A dedicated educator.
She's just saving her body for future generations, right?
Sewing it up for posterity, huh?
Sacrificing herself to bring enlightenment to those less fortunate.
It just so happens, ladies, that I would prefer to spend this Saturday teaching kids to read than wrestling with one of Mark's jerky friends, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Margot Wise, telephone.
Oh! Oh! Play before you go.
Oh, all right, I will. Oh, look what I do! Oh, I'm so sorry.
A full house! Aces and tens!
Does that beat 4 9s? Does that beat 4 9s? Margot!
True loser.
In the West, you'd be dead.
Yeah, right. Look, last chance for happiness. You want Mark to bring a friend?
No.
The lion was red.
How did you feel when you were in juvenile court?
I don't know. I guess I was a little scared.
Exactly.
The lion was scared.
Hey.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
Hey, I didn't think you'd make it, what, with graduation and everything?
I wouldn't leave without finishing this. Are you kidding?
Hey, thanks for the recommendation to VSA.
What's that?
Volunteer service abroad. They accepted me.
Well, I'm not surprised. You're good at this. Are you going?
I think so.
Not sure, huh? Don't go through life waiting to be absolutely certain before you attempt something.
Kathy? Kathy, are you up? Good. I'm getting married.
I know that.
No, I'm getting married now. Mark's 1A, and he's gonna get drafted. They don't draft married men, so we're getting married.
Oh, that's romantic.
It's not his fault there's a draft.
No. Just sounds like you're getting drafted instead of him.
At least I'll know what I'll be doing next year, which is more than some people on this bed can say. True. Well,
congratulations. Mother.
Oh, it's delicious. Oh, Catherine, I forgot. You received an award from college today. They sent it to the house.
Award? I didn't get any awards.
Well, I guess they just forgot to tell you. Thornton, where's the award?
Award? Oh, college. Had it on me. I've got it. For conduct above and beyond the duties of a daughter, we present you with this annual Alman Atta Girl Award.
Thank you, Mother. And by the way, dear, Louise wrote and said that you could use her apartment while you're at graduate school.
Well, she didn't exactly say that.
Well, she implied it.
I don't think I'll be needing it anyway.
Well, where will you stay then?
I'm not gonna go next year.
You're not going to graduate school, Katie?
I wrote you. I want to work in South America.
Ridiculous. What difference can a young girl from college make in a jungle?
It's not really a jungle.
Katie, what's the point of it?
I want to do something to help people.
Noble motive. Why can't you do it here?
They need me there.
They've never heard of you there.
Well, I want to go.
Well, we're not going to let you.
You can't stop me.
Thornton.
I will run my own life, Mother.
But hold on here. Just hold on. You want to go down there, and we want you to stay. Now, Now, let's see if we can work out some kind of compromise. Now, let's say I were to pay for 2 fully qualified teachers to go. What would you say to that?
I'd say that's a very generous gesture.
Them, instead of you.
But I want to see what I can do.
Well, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. It's obviously not what we want for you, Katie.
Obviously. But I'm going.
Well, you're old enough to run your own life. That's what you really decided you want to do. That's what you'll do.
Look, it's not the end of the world. I go and teach for a couple of years, and most likely I'll come back and meet the man of my dreams, get married, and have a family, and we'll all live happily ever after. Especially Mom. I grew up a princess in a fairy tale. No suffering, no hardships, no misfortunes. It's a good life. Everybody should be so lucky. But they aren't. Just look at those kids I taught. I mean, 14-year-old American kids who can't read. I was amazed and angry. I'd lived in a protected shell so long. You see, that now that I knew, I felt I had to do something about it. Sometimes I wish I'd been a troublemaker when I was young. That wouldn't be such a surprise to everybody now, but I was always so damn good.
We believe that every man must someday be free. We believe in ourselves.
I have today ordered to Vietnam the Air Mobile Division and certain other forces which will raise our fighting.
Catherine, she was so eager to find some way to be of service to our world here. I was worried. She was over-anxious. She could not get used to our slower pace. She was supposed to teach hygiene and nutrition, but that was not enough for her. She began to teach the children how to read.
¿Quién sabe? Yo sé. Pepe.
El burro anda.
Bueno, Rosa?
El
Catherine.
burro anda.
I want to talk to you.
I know. You finally decided to give up the church and marry me.
Catherine, the women are saying you're telling their husbands not to pay the rent.
Filthy rumors.
It's not true, then.
Well, I didn't say that.
Well, what are you telling them?
I'm teaching them to read.
The men don't need to read. Besides, I don't think you should be with them alone.
Do you want to go with me? Don't worry. I'm pretty strong. See? Muscles. Fuerte, Tilo.
Fuerte.
Anyway, Father God's on my side. Bueno.
Estamos listos para la próxima oración, ¿eh?
Julio.
El campesino trabaja la tierra.
Muy bien.
Si yo me lo sé. ¿Qué están haciendo ellos? Al trabajo. ¡Al trabajo! Si yo me lo sé. ¡Al trabajo! Si yo me lo sé. Tienen que hacer el trabajo allá, toda esa manzana de allá.
Hello from the newlyweds. Mark and I are honeymooning, and I mean moaning on the romantic Riviera. Mark finishes law school in January. So if you need any legal advice for your peasant friends, wait until then and we'll fly to your rescue. Get this. Sharon is modeling in New York for Vogue. Far cry from her philosophy studies, huh? Listen, kiddo, why don't you please come home and get married so we can go to lunch together? Don't eat the food down there or you'll get fat and I'll have to hire you as my maid. I really do miss you and think of you so often. I love you. See ya, kiddo. Your friend Margot.
Julio.
Senor Vega, the landlord, says we cannot learn from you anymore.
Why?
He says he will double our rent.
Julio, he has no right to do that.
He has the land. He's rich. He's powerful.
You must resist him. You can refuse to work. You can strike.
No, we can't do nothing.
Why? Are you afraid?
We are not afraid. We are poor. I'm sorry. Adios.
Something for you?
Trabajar.
Wait a minute. Julio, these are for you.
¡Fuerte!
It's gone. Vega has driven him away, his whole family.
Why don't you do something? Whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of God.
And whose side's he on? Senor Vega's?
¿Quiere, güera? ¿Ah? Güera. Ey, véate, hombre. Vente, hombre. Güera.
Señorita, venga para acá. I got something to show you. It's good price, señorita. All U.S. products. Espere, mire. Good price. It's all the best quality.
Where did you get those things? Those aren't supposed to be sold. They're gifts of the American people.
Yo sé, señorita.
¡Alto! ¡Alto! ¡Muchachos! ¡Sigan! Tengan cuidado. Muerte a todos que les ayude a gente como esta. Si quieren dar sus cosas aquí, entonces suelten estos.
Who was he? Why'd they shoot him?
Es un bandido from the mountain. Un comunista.
Julio. Where are you living?
In the mountains, with some friends. Come with me.
Okay, let me get my clothes.
Many rivers to cross, but I can't seem to find my way over. Wondering I am lost
Juan, ella es Miss Alman. Viene a ayudarnos.
Hi.
Hi.
Julio says you can help us. We need money to buy guns and ammunition.
I'll help you get food and medicine, but not guns.
Why not?
I'll have nothing to do with bloodshed.
Do you think anything will change without blood? They're killing us. Are we not to kill them in return?
You can change things without bloodshed.
How?
You can teach the Indians to read and write, and they can deal with the government.
The government in this country belongs to the rich. They have the power and the guns. They will give us nothing no matter how well we read or write.
Well, at least we can improve the way of life. Help avoid malnutrition and unsanitary living conditions.
That's nothing. You only delay the revolution by such things. You dilute the anger of the people and keep them from rising up to kill their oppressors. It is hungry people who make revolution, poor people.
Do you really think the people want a revolution?
If you were truly one of the people, if you were poor, you would not ask such a question.
Juan.
¿Qué?
Kathy es nuestra amiga. Más viene a ayudarnos.
Está bien, entiendo. But we do thank you for your help. Adiós. Vamos, apúrense. Hay que irse para la montaña.
Senor Vega, care of Lord Homestead.
With pleasure, Senorita Alman. I regret that we have not spoken before, but I've been hearing a lot of good things you're doing here.
Is that why you had Julio beaten and driven away?
¿Quién es Julio? ¿El muchacho de ayer? Sí. Ah, that fellow? My overseer says he refused to work. It is not fair to the others if one will not work.
He was beaten and driven away at your orders because he dared to stand up to you.
Senorita Alman, I am unhappy that you have chosen me to be your enemy. I hope we might work together to help these people.
How can you say that when you won't pay them enough to live on? You won't lower their rents? You won't give them an education so they can help themselves? Why is it you're so afraid of what I teach them?
Oh, my dear young girl, I'm not afraid. How can one so young be so self-assured?
If you're not afraid, then why are you trying to stop the men from my classes?
Senorita Alman, how long have you been here? A year? You live by moments, days, a year. But we live by centuries. These people do as their fathers and grandfathers did, just as I do, as my ancestors did. You will go away. They will forget, but nothing will change.
You're wrong. Things are changing now.
Like what, like the bandits up in the hills? That's a problem we have had many times before. It is a problem we know how to deal with.
You can't shoot all of them, Senor Vega.
I shoot no one. What right do you have to come and interfere? How do you justify your arrogance? That you're American? You think of us as backward savages to whom you bring enlightenment. Tell me, in your own country, are there not enough problems to divert you?
We don't beat people and drive them off their land, and we don't shoot everybody who disagrees with us.
You're a very young person, Miss Alman. I wish you a long and happy life.
I've been lit, washed up for years, and I nearly survived.
This is foolish, Catherine. Where will you live?
In a hut, like the rest of your parishioners. If I'm gonna understand them, I gotta live well.
I must warn you. There'll be trouble if you persist in your actions. Great trouble.
That's the idea, Father.
Well, at first we got a letter from her every week. I knew she was lonely and missed home, and so I sent her some of it.
And then her letters started changing. She got very serious, bitter. She asked for money, a good deal of it, in fact. She said it was to help the people down there. And she asked for books. political books, Regis Debray and Marx. She was writing letters to Congress and the State Department about the misuse of American aid. We began to really worry.
A la gente.
Todos estas palabras. Dilos despacio y todos juntos. ¿Listo? Empiezan.
La fuerza a la gente. La fuerza a la gente. Otra vez. La fuerza a la gente.
La fuerza a la gente.
Katherine, there's someone to see you.
Miss Alman, my name's Ted Mitchell. I'm from the embassy. Afraid I have some bad news for you. In light of several complaints that we've received about your work here, I'm afraid that the ambassador has no other choice but to ask you to leave the country.
What complaint?
Now, everything is right here in these documents. One thing, you've been interfering in local business affairs.
Business affairs.
Also, there's some question about your teaching. You seem to have been receiving some very questionable literature in the mail.
How do you know? Have you been opening it?
Look, isn't it true that you've been buying contraband goods on the black market, and some of these goods have turned up in the hands of bandits? You seem to have forgotten that you are here as a guest of this country's government.
A corrupt government.
A friendly government.
Oh, a friendly government. Doesn't matter whether they're corrupt or honest, just as long as they're friendly, right?
Look, I'm sorry. I really am.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are.
Got a plane ticket home for you. It leaves today. I'll help you get your things together.
I have no things. Just some people to say goodbye to. I failed to do anything down there, really. I felt empty, weak, powerless, ridiculous. I think it's senseless to help the victims of a cruel system if you let the system remain cruel. But I just didn't believe then that one had to kill to better one's life. I thought both Vega, the landlord, and Juan, the revolutionary, were wrong. There had to be another alternative.
I've come here to recommend that you bring the most urgent decencies of life to all of your fellow Americans. There are men who cry out, we must sacrifice. Are they going to sacrifice?
When she came back from South America, she was really different, kind of out of it, you know, distracted. She talked about going to grad school, which made Mom and Dad pretty happy, but I could see she was really miserable. I mean, hardly anyone could talk to her.
You looked awfully good on that stud, dear.
Such language.
Well, she did. Have some lemonade? No, thanks.
Kitty, you remember the old McIntyre place? You used to ride down to Mac's Pond?
Yeah. Your father's thinking of buying it.
What happened to Mac?
Well, after his wife died, he started drinking and let the ranch go to pot. It's up for auction, and I'm tempted to grab it.
Be an awfully nice place for someone to raise some grandchildren.
Mom, your hints are about as subtle as a battleship.
What about the McIntyres? Where'll they go?
Back east, I suppose. Mac's got a son back there.
Oh, great.
matter, Katie?
Do we need Mac's ranch?
No, we don't need it. But I've always had a liking for that place. Besides, it's good rental property.
Well, if we don't need it, why don't you let Mr. McIntyre keep it?
Katie, you don't seem to understand. He has to sell. It's a sheriff's auction.
Then why don't you buy it and give it back to him?
I'm sorry I brought it up. I thought you'd be pleased.
Did you think I'd be pleased to see somebody lose his ranch? My own father, grabbing it just because he has the money.
Katie, that money is responsible for your comfort and well-being.
I don't want my comfort and well-being to depend on somebody else's hardship. You know, when I first came back here, I thought there was a big contrast between down there and here. There's no contrast at all. It's just done more business-like here, more American.
Oh, Kate wasn't really sure what she wanted to do. Grad school didn't make sense to her. She was getting nuts living at home. We met for the first time when she answered an ad to join a group of us that had formed a free school down south. We were providing an alternative for the outmoded racist school system. And that was the first time I met her. She walked through that door and immediately got shot.
Everybody gets 3 shots, right?
Right.
How many is that?
1, 2, 3.
Right. When you're shot, you fall down, and you have to count to
10.
10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Pow! Bang! No, it's supposed to fall down.
Oh, sorry.
You're supposed to count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're supposed to count.
I just did.
I need you to go 1, 2, 3. Don't you know nothing?
No, Robert. You gotta lighten up on the lady, man. She was counting in Espanol. Lillian. She was counting in Spanish. Now, do you remember when we were talking about other languages, French and Spanish and German? Well, this was Spanish. She was talking another language, a different language.
Yeah, you're the one that don't know nothing, Robert.
Okay, now, Robert, if you give her a little slack, maybe we can convince her to stick around and teach us all how to count in Spanish. What do you think about that?
I might.
Welcome to Chaos. I'm Lillian Coleman.
Hi.
Bob Klein.
Hi.
I think you made a hit. Okay, now listen up. This is Kate. I don't know much about her except that she can count to 10 in Spanish. Huh? Should we let her stay?
Yeah!
I think you can stay. And I think you all made a wonderful decision.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Bob.
Think you'll survive?
I think I will. I'm not so sure about my eardrums.
You know how long it took us to get a peep out of those kids? First couple of weeks, they just sat there acting like they thought they were supposed to in a school.
You did good.
I think we did. Thank you.
It took a while, but we finally got through to them that our school was different. And they weren't gonna get their heads batted in for acting like kids.
Yeah, the only problem we have now is that the local school board tends to identify noisy kids with a commie plot. Very logical. After you, ladies.
I'm glad you're here, Kate.
So am I.
By the way, watch out for that one. He's known to be a pretty fast worker.
Thank you very much for the recommendation. You got a place to stay?
Yeah, boarding house. Till I can get an apartment.
Plenty of room at my place.
You are a fast worker, aren't you?
No. I just figure people see their lives about this long, when in reality, their lives are about that long. So I figure we get right down to it. So, do you have A, a boyfriend, B, a husband, C, one or more possessive lovers? Just check one of the above.
None of the above.
Oh, great.
Damn it. Wait.
You wear contacts?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like the way I look in glasses.
Now, let me ask you a question. Wait a minute. Isn't the point to see as clearly as possible? Yeah. Do you have glasses? Put them on.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Just put it in there. See what I mean?
I think you look ravishing.
Ravishing.
Well, speaking as a long-life ravisher.
You're too much.
Get out of town, you nigger lover! Hey, thank you. That was the mayor. Probably heard you were in town, came to say howdy.
And I thought South America was a foreign country.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that's because you're new to these parts, see? But pretty soon you'll catch on. See, as a foreigner in these parts, you might find it strange for some folks to call other folks nigger lover. But that's because you don't understand the nuances, ma'am. Now, do you know what I mean by nuances? No. See, down here they figure that if a black man rubs up against a white man, that white man turns black. Yeah, now some of them just stay half and half. Now, who wants to walk around living black and white? Who wants to be a newspaper, if you get my meaning?
Some sand rolls.
Vibrations happening with us.
For a minute, everyone was quiet.
Vibrations happening. Gotta keep those loving good. Good vibrations, bop, bop. Excitations, bop, bop. Good vibrations, bop, bop. Excitations, bop, bop. Good vibrations, bop, bop. Excitations.
Big bulgy kneecaps. Monkey tails. He's my friend. Is them animals fake?
No, they're real.
Oh.
Or they were.
Plastic.
They're just dead and stuffed.
Ooh-wee. I wouldn't mind stuffing her.
I think there's some stuffed animals in here.
Well, somebody shot them and somebody stuffed them, and here they are.
How come they shot them?
Well, so they could put them in here for people to see.
Do they stuff people when they shoot them?
I wonder which one of them's daddy he is, huh?
Ain't their daddy. It's her boyfriend. She likes him black and hairy.
Hey, honey, how about me? I ain't black, but I sure am hairy.
Come on, get out of here. Y'all get out of here. Y'all don't belong in here anyway.
You all be careful of those books now.
Come on, come on. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, then what did you expect? Huh? What do you think a kid's gonna do? No, keep this on your face, Kate. What do you think a kid's gonna do if you slap him in the face, huh? Not hit your back? Not hit a lady? Let me just tell you something, Kate. This is not Gone with the Wind. I want to tell you something that you're lucky that you weren't killed. I mean, damn lucky. At least raped.
Shut up.
No, I will not shut up. This is serious, Kate. Now, listen. You gotta face the facts. Some of these people hate you.
I know it was stupid. I just didn't think. God, I didn't want those kids to see that.
See it. They know more than you and I put together, Kate. They have grown up in it. I just wish the hell I had been there with you, that's all.
What would you have done?
What would you have done? I'll tell you what I would have done. I would have looked that cracker right in the eye, and I would have said, "So long, buddy," and I would have been stone on the wind. You would have seen one white shaggy blur going right through the door. Fate, do your stuff, and I wouldn't have stopped until I was in Canada, Kate. I was in Canada. They don't call me nonviolent Klein for nothing, you know. Huh?
Oh, Bob. Oh.
What? What?
God really pelted me.
Yeah, I know he did. Is that better? It's got to be better. Here. You my sweetie pie? Yeah.
Get in there, whoa! All right, here, whoa!
Keep it down.
This is Red Mills. It's Karen Churchman.
Our landlord.
And these gentlemen are from the fire department.
I'm sorry to say that we've discovered about 24 violations of our fire code. Basement is the main problem down here. Upstairs ain't much the matter. Now, I figured if we could block off this area, that way we might not have to condemn the whole...
This is ridiculous.
We're only doing our job, miss.
You're doing a job, all right.
We are trying to protect these children.
You're not trying to protect these children. You don't give a damn about these children. You just want us out.
You oughtn't to talk that way, miss. Won't do a bit of good.
You got 2 weeks to make up your mind, Reverend.
And if we don't, you're gonna throw us out? Just gonna pick up the kids, throw them on the street, too?
Mr. Klein, please.
Why don't you just throw us out right now, huh? Okay, so much want to get out! Get out!
Gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'll see you up.
Anything you say, Master. Anything you say.
3 guesses what Uncle Tom is gonna decide.
You shut up. You know nothing about it, so you just shut up.
Sorry. It's just that we haven't lost the school, we lost a room. We'll find another room, Lillian. We'll meet on the street if we have to. They're not about to shut us down.
The school is shut down. At least in its present form. This just speeds things up a little.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna lay it on you straight. We don't want no white faces teaching black kids. You understand?
No, I don't understand.
Let me ask you a question. What difference does it make what color we are?
It makes all the difference. We don't want no kids growing up saying, Whitey ain't so bad because I dug my white teacher. Kids got to learn to think black, act black, and you the wrong color in the wrong place. See, white people got to straighten their own stuff out before they go around helping anybody else. You understand? You got to liberate your own self. And the first step is for you to realize that you are the enemy. You were born the enemy, and you grew up learning how to be the enemy. You're responsible. You got to face that about yourself.
Now, wait a minute, man. What do we have to do to prove that we are not the enemy?
You got to die. Or figure out some way to get born all over again.
Do you believe all that?
Not everything.
You're gonna teach the kids to hate.
We're gonna teach them how to love themselves. Look, you're both my friends. But right now, hate is the strongest weapon we got. Besides, you can't love a system you're trying to destroy. If you do, then you really are the enemy.
My white skin has given me a lot of privileges in this society. And that fact has been hard for me to come to grips with. I didn't want to admit it, but when those black power advocates rejected us, they had good reason. Because I could always go back home and live off the profits of an unjust system, and for them, there was no going back. There was nothing worth going back to.
Hey, ladies, got some change?
I don't have any.
Come on, I'll take anything. I love you. Oh, come on, ladies. Hey, I love you anyway.
What we expected to come from the bombing, we felt that it would improve the morale of people in South Vietnam. We felt that it almost lost. We felt that it would make the North Vietnamese pay a much heavier price, and we felt that it would make the infiltration more difficult.
Anybody outside a small circle of friends.
Kate and I left the South together and became organizers for the SDS, Students for a Democratic Society. We were like traveling salesmen for the movement. We went from campus to campus, trying to consolidate anti-war sympathizers into a political group. Then we got into draft resistance. And added motivation there was that the kids suddenly became 1A.
Bob?
Yeah?
I think I want to see my parents.
Okay.
And I want them to see you too, okay?
Really?
Yeah. I want them to see both of us.
Okay.
I'm pregnant.
Okay.
Did you hear what I just said?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You just said you were pregnant.
Well, you don't have to worry. I won't make you marry me.
I'm not worried about that. What do you want to do about it?
I think I want to have it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want it?
Sure. Sure I want it.
Really?
Yeah, really. Can't you imagine a little curly-haired Ho Chi Klein running around? Do I want it?
You mean it?
Yeah. Do I want it? Gonna lay down my sword and shield, boom, boom, down by the riverside, down by the riverside.
Take it, Ace.
Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. No more. Yeah. After the revolution, I'll take up singing.
Oh, God. Look at those warplanes.
People live here?
Only the best.
Oh. You gonna tell them about our kid?
Sure. But not right away. They're gonna have enough problems just getting used to you, Toots.
Yeah.
And don't you tell them either.
Me?
You.
Yeah.
Ready?
Bring on the lion.
There, Catherine.
Hi.
Hello, everybody! Oh, it's me!
It's me!
What a surprise. What a wonderful surprise.
Why didn't you let us know you were coming? What have you done to your hair? Well, you look so thin. Are you dieting?
No, I always look like this.
Oh. Hello.
Mummy, Daddy, this is Bob.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Pardon our manners, Bob. We've just had no idea where Katie had been. It's so good to see you. Come on in.
Catherine, why
Thanks,
didn't
after
you
home.
phone us? Oh, why didn't you write? It's been so long. Listen, Liz is engaged. Can you believe it?
Engaged to whom? Well, you remember that boy she used to go out with, Len Coulter? Well, it's Len's cousin, Alan, from Stanford.
Good old Liz. Where is she?
She's at Alan's parents for the weekend.
Oh, they're together constantly. He's such a nice boy. You know, we're really very delighted.
Bob, can I get you something? Drink or something?
How about a martini?
Martini. Who says the generations have nothing in common?
Mr. Alman, this is quite a table you got here.
You play? Play your game later. First the drinks.
Okay.
How long are you going to stay?
Oh, I don't know yet. We have to be in New York for a meeting.
Well, we're having a little party for Liz and Alan next week. Now, you will stay for that.
I don't think so.
She's here now. That's what really counts. Yeah?
Oh, thanks.
Katie?
Is, Bob your,
Yes, Mom, he is.
Bob, if you burned your draft card, what'll happen to you?
Sooner or later, they're gonna try to bust me.
Mean send you to jail?
No, I'm not gonna waste any time in jail. If they come after me, I'll either go underground
or split the country.
Do you think you ever settle down and lead a normal life?
What's a normal life?
Now, you know very well what I mean. And don't get angry.
Mother? No, what's a normal life? Pretending there's nothing wrong?
Oh, I'm not going to get into one of those kinds of discussions. Come on, help me.
Mother, this country's changing. You wouldn't believe how much it's changing. Bob and I've traveled all over. We've seen it. We're in a revolution, whether you know it or not.
Well, I don't know anything about politics, and I don't care about them. I guess I'm just too ignorant to understand.
You don't feel any sense of duty to serve your country?
Sure I do. That's why I'm not going to Vietnam.
Yeah, but we're fighting there to protect the peoples of South Vietnam from invasion.
No, wrong. We are the invaders there. And if you think we can win by supporting a corrupt government, you have to think again. Excuse me.
Mother, you play at being ignorant. Just a poor, dumb female. Whatever Daddy says, that's what you believe.
That is absolutely not true.
It is true.
It is not.
It is. It's not just you. It's practically all women. You hide behind that femininity, gentility. You let yourself be treated like idiot children. Mommy.
Sandwiches, everybody. Come and get it.
Mommy, listen to
I
me.
told you I don't want to get into this kind of discussion.
You mean you don't want to discuss anything that might disturb your little dream world?
Now, if you mean by that I'm very, very content with my life, you're right. Isn't that what life is all about? To be happy?
No. Not if your happiness depends on the oppression of others. Not if you buy your contentment with their suffering. No, it doesn't.
Teddy!
It's your shot, Mr. Allman.
Well, all right. You have a very shrewd fellow here, Kitty. Bob and I have been having a very interesting discussion. We haven't agreed on a single thing, but it has been interesting.
Well, I've had enough of politics for one night. I'm going to bed. Thornton, will you show Bob his room?
Bob's sleeping in my room.
He certainly is not. This is our house. He is not sleeping in your room.
Mother, Bob and I have been sleeping together for nearly 2 years. And there's something else I want to tell you.
Mrs. Allman, anywhere is fine with me.
Thank you, Bob. Good night.
We shouldn't have come here. It was bound to be this way.
Kitty, just be tolerant of us, won't you? That's part of what you're fighting for, isn't it? Tolerance. Don't you have any to spare for your parents?
I'm sorry, Daddy.
You know something, Kitty? This friend of yours turned my own strategy around on me. Got me drunk, beat me. Let's go to bed.
How's my baby?
Which one?
Someday, son, this is going to be all yours.
Katie, your great-grandfather was a rebel in his own way. Ran away from Ireland when he was 15. Fought at the Paris Commune. Came over here with hardly a penny and turned it into a fortune.
Communist turned capitalist. Sorry I never met him.
Katie, what do you really want to do?
I want to work to change our political system.
And do what?
Well, with racism at home and imperialism abroad, anything would be an improvement.
I think it was Churchill who once said, the democratic form of government is a totally inadequate system, but it's the best system we have. Those weren't exactly his words, but it was something like that.
American democracy doesn't exist, Daddy. It's a myth. When's the last time the majority of citizens even voted? And when they do, they're so misinformed, how could they even vote right?
Katie, what would you rather have? The dictatorship and repression behind the Iron Curtain?
Oh, Daddy, don't start that.
Got an answer?
Good morning.
Morning, Bob.
Been talking about me? Egotist.
No, as a matter of fact, we've been talking about Katie's great-grandfather.
He was a rebel, too.
Oh, yeah? What do you think your grandson will be?
Don't you think it's a little premature to talk about that?
I'm just using my imagination. I can ask, can't I? You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
See you soon. All right.
Katie? Be careful.
My parents are good people. At least they're people who think they're good. But they're just as responsible for the system's injustice as anyone. Probably more responsible. Their wealth comes from others' poverty, their position from exploitation. I just wanted them to understand this. To see the contradiction in their goodness. But more important, I wanted them to accept me as I am, not the way they wanted me to be.
Accordingly, I shall not seek, and I will not accept the nomination of my party for another term as your president.
I hadn't seen or heard from Kath for years. The word was that she was combing the country, preaching peace, and working odd jobs. There was even a rumor that she was a real revolutionary and had been to North Vietnam. This was definitely not the Katherine that I knew at college. My sympathies were with the anti-war movement, but I couldn't get much involved, seeing as how my second baby was due, and I was approximately the size of a large tank. Just a minute.
Kathy! Kathy! Oh, and look at you!
Look at you. Look like you're ready to burst.
Yeah. So how come you're in Chicago?
I'm here for the convention. I had a second, so I thought I'd drop by.
Where's Mom? Oh, Katherine, successful lawyers are not home during the day. Oh. I want to introduce you to the real power in the family. Come here. Right over here. Yeah. This is Abe. Abe? Yeah, Abe.
Hi, baby.
Hello, Abe. You think he looks like me?
No.
We'll fix it. Okay. All right, enough with Abe. Abe can take care of himself. Hey, listen, you want some tea or coffee or something?
No.
Huh? Well, then, want to sit down?
Yeah.
We'll sit over here. Have a seat. Okay. Thanks. Oh, the convention, huh? What candidate are you supporting?
None of them. You gotta change the system, not the personalities.
Well, that's a little extremist, isn't it?
Repressive societies need radical changes.
You sound like a textbook.
I'm serious.
I just hope you know where to draw the line.
Meaning?
Some revolutionaries end up shedding blood, don't they?
Only when no one will listen to the truth. Anyway, it's gonna be a peaceful demonstration. It'll be fun. Why don't you come? You might enjoy it.
Oh, no, it's not for me.
Why? Because you're a woman? Because you're only supposed to make the coffee and clean the house and do the laundry and raise a family?
Well, I'd say that I was doing a little bit better than that.
Yeah, you are. Looks pretty prosperous around here.
Oh, well, look who's talking about wealthy.
My father's wealthy. I'm not.
I'm sorry, Kathy.
It's okay. How's it feel?
Oh, it's great. Except for the throwing up at the beginning.
I know, I hate that part, too.
Kathy, you're pregnant?
Yeah.
Oh, when'd you get married?
I didn't. Do you have to have a baby?
No, you don't have to. You sure are changing.
For the better. Look, I gotta go.
Will I see you again?
Sure. I'll stop by before I leave.
I really missed you.
Me too. Bye, Margot.
Bye, kiddo.
We, the representatives of America's true sunshine state, proudly nominate for office of Vice President.
Bring the boys home. Stop the war now. 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 Bring the boys home.
You are trespassing. You have 30 seconds to clear this area.
Hello, operator. I want to make a long-distance collect call to Denver, Colorado. Hello, Daddy?
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little gas in my lungs.
Can't believe what I'm seeing on television.
Believe it. Daddy, Bob's been arrested. You gotta send me money to post bail.
All right, I'll take care of everything.
I gotta have it now. First communion. Daddy, please send it tonight. I want to get him out of there. Okay?
All right, I'll send you anything you need. Katie, be careful. Katie? Katie!
Let me go!
I want to get out. I don't belong here. I want to get out. I'm not supposed to be here. I want to get out.
It's gonna be okay. The
No.
whole country saw what happened last night.
I don't care. Leave me alone.
Leave her alone. Gonna be a lot of little punks fading after this. Now, we're better off without them. From now on, it's the toughest and the strongest.
Hanging out. Where you been?
Hanging out. My neck. Free at last. America, America, God shed his grace on thee.
I take it wasn't so bad in there.
Kate, I had the best experience of my life, except for the fact that I'm so hungry I can't stand it. Do you know those pigs did us a favor putting us all together in that room? I have never felt so much strength in my life. I mean, you could literally feel it.
Well, I didn't like it.
Did they give you a hard time in there?
No. But I decided I'm going all the way.
Oh, yeah? Where?
I'm gonna have an abortion.
You want to talk about this for a minute?
There's nothing to talk about.
No. Slow down, Cisco. Let's talk about this for a minute.
I just can't have a baby now, Bob.
And I am no part of this decision?
It's my body, it's my life.
There's a little bit of me in there, too, you know.
How can I have a baby now, huh? Face it. It's gonna get tougher and bloodier. Don't you understand? It's selfish to have a baby now.
All right, just don't cry. All right, I mean, we don't have to decide it right now, do we? But I'd like to talk about it, okay? It'll be okay, right? All right.
Do you love me?
Do I love you? I love you.
That convention was a turning point for all of us. The rally had turned into a war. The revolution was no longer imaginary. It was real now. And it was clear that the police state wasn't going to give up without a battle. I mean, there was blood in the streets. I won't forget those images. They're burned into my head forever. They changed my life. If we were going to win, it would take all our strength. Revolution is a full-time thing. You see, it takes complete dedication. I couldn't worry about a baby. There were more important things to do. Anyway, I didn't want to bring a child into this world anymore. First, you make the world a better place for children, and then you have the children. Abortion is a simple thing. It doesn't leave any marks, except in your head. Anyway, there wasn't any time to brood about it. We hadn't been prepared for a fight, but now that we knew we would have to, we began to train ourselves for battle.
Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me.
Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another.
Reaching with magnificent precision for the moon.
Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love.
Yeah, after that convention, nothing was the same. Not the movement, certainly not us. We were both pretty hurt and pretty angry, I would say. We joined with a group of underground revolutionaries. Most of them were wanted by the pigs. We weren't wanted, but since our friends were, it amounted to the same thing.
Wait a minute. That was a good point. But we're talking about violence here. I'm talking about the Cambodian bombings. I'm talking about the My Lai massacres. I'm talking about the killing of blacks. It is about time that we meet some of this violence with violence of our own.
That kind of talk is totally counterproductive. You know, it shows that you don't want to do the hard job of changing people's minds.
Totally the opposite.
No, look, a revolution has got to start with education. Once you teach the people what's really going down, what's really happened, then they'll join you.
Oh, caca. We have been wimpy about an armed struggle a bit too long already. I mean, we have to teach ourselves that we can't only take it, well, we can dish it out. And I'll tell you something else. I know that public opinion will be on our side. Wrong.
That's right. If you're not willing to fight, you don't belong here. If you're not with us, you're our enemy. You either fight or you split.
Right.
We have to fight.
Split or fight?
That's right.
Stay and fight.
Let him go. Let him go.
Let him go. They're showing us faces. We should kick them out. This is a work council, not a tea party.
Now, our greatest weakness has been our belief in our weakness. Now, we have to clearly show our strength. People know what's wrong. They want to know what to do about it. We've got to stand up in the face of the enemy and risk our own lives. We will show them what you do is you fight back. We support all those who take up the gun against imperialism. We, too, must take up the gun. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows, because it's clearly in the air. Now, we will forecast the end of the system in blood. We are the weathermen. Seize the day!
Seize the day!
Come on!
Seize the day! Seize the day! Seize the day! Seize the day! Seize the day!
Are you my Prince Charming?
Uh-uh.
Then who are you and what are you doing in my bed?
I'm your heating man.
Well, heating, man, go do your stuff. It's freezing in here.
It's supposed to. Don't you know that every revolution begins with the tenants freezing their butts off?
Get up and go turn the heat up.
No, I think I'll stay here and you go.
No, you go.
You.
You.
Or a contest to see who goes.
Knives.
Swords.
Tanks.
Howitzers.
Submarines.
Thumbs.
Thumbs.
Thumbs. 1, 2, 3. You fascist. Give me that. Would you look at this? This doesn't work.
We ought to move.
Yeah, we don't have any money. How about if you ask your father to give us some more money?
I don't think he's interested in financing the revolution.
Yeah? But do you think that he's interested in heating up his daughter?
Thought you were the heating man.
Come on, Kate.
He's given us enough already, Bob.
Yeah, I think that he can afford a little bit more. I mean, what is this? Is he so sacred? Huh? I mean, he's got it. We don't. All we're doing is asking him to share the wealth.
I don't want to ask him. What's the matter with you?
No, what's the matter with you? Your father's just another capitalist, that's all. It costs money to make a revolution, Kate. You gotta take it from where you can get it, and he's got it.
Leave him alone.
Well, what the hell for? And since when did family become so important to you?
Don't mind me.
What's up?
It's all set for tonight. Are you smoking?
Yeah.
Don't you know that stuff's counter-revolutionary? Takes your mind off the work.
That's a thought.
Good.
Thanks.
Sure.
Well, where are they, Jessica?
Think they'll show?
Yeah, they'll be here.
You got the bread? Terrific. Come on. Halt. Did you get the money, man? Come on. No, the skinny one's got it.
Let's see the stuff first, huh?
me the bread. I said, give me the money. Okay, it's yours.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I will put it to good use, I promise you.
Hey, you want to know the truth?
No.
I hope you all blow your stupid heads off. Except we dig the bread.
You stupid pig.
Forget it. Let's go.
Don't you know we're doing it for you? Or maybe you want to get your head blown off in Vietnam.
Who cares where he gets wasted, Kate? Let's go.
We got an invitation to my sister's wedding.
Monogamy is a bourgeois trait.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage forces dependency, lies. We've got to bust away from it.
Okay, we'll bust away from it.
I mean it, Kate.
What are you so upset about? I'm not married.
Yeah, but we live like we are.
What's the matter?
Our relationship. It's too possessive, it's too confining, it's too bourgeois.
Is this a speech? Do you want me to stop eating?
I'm serious, Kate.
Sounds like you're using theory to justify your own desires.
Well, maybe I am. But let's face the fact. We've become too dependent on one another. And if we're going to survive, we have to be as self-reliant as possible. True?
If you want to go with Jessica to Washington, go. Only don't try to make it sound like some kind of revolutionary action.
I can do more work there.
I'll be alone without you.
The group is forming a collective. I think you should join.
The group's politics and mine might be the same, but I'm not sure about our feelings.
It'll help you learn to grow and live with them as a group. It'll be good for you, Kate. It'll be good for you. It'll be good for us.
Look, I don't mind becoming self-reliant. Maybe I need to. And I don't mind working my problems out with a collective. And I don't want to cling to you, and I don't want to be your property. I just have felt safe with you, and I'll miss you.
You'll be with me.
No, I won't. That's why I'll miss you. That was the last time I saw Bob. The FBI was closing in on us after that gun incident, and especially on him for draft evasion. So he decided to split for Canada, and I decided to stay in the States and go officially underground. Being underground is a totally different lifestyle. You have to practically become another person, because anyone you ever knew, family, friends, becomes a threat to your survival. Your past is your biggest problem.
Cooperation with the armed forces of South Vietnam, attacks are being launched this week to clean out major enemy sanctuaries on the Cambodian-Vietnam border. This is not an invasion of Cambodia. We are not a weak people. We are a strong people. America has never been defeated. A proud 180 years. We shall not be defeated.
Well, Katie seemed to disappear. In the past, she had phoned, written a letter, and she began to talk as if she was an outlaw. And then she stopped talking altogether. She cut herself off from her family, her friends, me. I hired a detective. He traced her to Southern California. I couldn't find her. I wanted to help her, but I just didn't know how. I felt impotent.
I just didn't see what I could do to keep her.
The Liberation Brigade has arrived. This one for you, and this one is for me.
Where'd you get that stuff?
Involuntary donation. How much we got in the till, huh? We got $15 left. Oh.
Hey, no, I have a job next week.
Is it safe?
Don't be so paranoid.
What do you mean, don't be so paranoid, huh? There's a rat in Seattle and the whole collective gets busted, and this one is writing letters to his mother? I don't know if he's an informer or if he's just plain stupid.
Hey, come on, man. You know I'm no rat. Okay. Nose, tell him.
You've got to learn your family's here, Carl. All we've got is each other, because there isn't anybody else. We don't need anybody else.
Okay? Huh?
Okay, who's gonna clean this up? Huh? Well, I'm not either.
Only you know and I know all the love that we've got to show. So don't refuse to believe it. We're reading too many meanings. 'Cause you know that I mean what I say, so don't go.
Communicative Weatherman. As a nationwide show of our militant strength, we will execute violent confrontations against the pig state and its corrupt institutions. These actions will be conducted in various cities on the same day. All the people, young and old, will see our power and join us. This day of rage will be the spark for the beginning of a national mass uprising.
Where are the others? Hey, maybe we should wait, huh?
No, we're enough. Let's go. We're here to free the schools. The schools belong to you. You gotta take over, you gotta throw out your teachers. Strike because your classes are a bore. Strike to show your opposition to the war and racism. Strike to seize control of your lives. Take over.
Pigs are coming, let's split. Come on.
Come here. Be nice. Don't hurt you. Come on. Just knock it off, huh? Come on. Take a little ride. Come on, little girl. Come on, you be good now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go.
the side, profile, all the way. Turning it to the other side.
785-0101,
Turn around. Mother's maiden name. Occupation.
Revolutionary.
Hearing is set for 2 weeks from today. You are ordered not to leave this city or this state.
We're on the road, must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye.
Hey, everybody! Look what I've got.
Hey, thank God. What a wonderful time to surprise us.
Oh, we're just having a little party for Liz and Alan's anniversary.
Oh, don't let me spoil the party.
Oh, you've made it. Alan, bring some champagne. Oh, you haven't met Alan. This is Alan. This is Kate, my daughter, and Alan's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kohler. Here, let me take your things.
You have to excuse me.
No, I'll go.
No, let me.
No, I'll go. Catherine! Oh, Catherine, come on back in the living room.
No,
Now, you're not being very polite.
you can't deal politely with those you wish to overthrow.
Overthrow? But these are your sister's husband's family. Our friends, your relatives.
Even my parents.
Do you really believe all that you're saying?
You don't realize, Mummy, I'm your daughter. I'm like you. I say what I believe.
Well, I believe that if you continue your life like this, you'll lose everything.
I have no choice.
You always have a choice.
Not now. I'm part of a group, part of a movement. We think and act together.
Well, that's all so romantic and exciting when you're young. But tell me, what happens when you grow up? Are there any old revolutionaries?
Well, Mao's what, in his 70s?
Catherine, I'm not talking about the Chinese.
I am.
You don't understand. I'm worried about you.
I can see that, Mummy, and I love you for it. But it can't be helped. I'm doing what must be done.
Well, I give up. Liz, you talk to her. You're the only other sane one around here.
You okay? Yeah. Well, you gonna stay with us for a while? No, I'm supposed to appear in court next week. For what? Breaking and entering, assault and battery, creating a nuisance, and being a revolutionary.
Are you gonna tell Pop?
No, I'm not gonna tell him.
Oh, why not?
Because I'm not gonna appear in court.
What?
I'm not gonna give him a chance to put me in prison.
Well, now, what makes you think you'd go to prison?
Because I did everything they said I did. And they put revolutionaries in jail. It's policy, you know.
Oh, come on. Daddy'd never let you go to jail.
Daddy doesn't run my life now, Liz.
What will you do?
Go back underground.
How will we know where you are?
You won't. But I'll be thinking of you. I love you, you know.
Okay, I've waited long enough.
No, wait.
No, this is my dance.
Dearest Mother and Father, I shouldn't even be writing you, but I feel I have to. I'm about to do things that you probably will never be able to approve of, but these are things that I believe in, and they must be done. Too many of my generation have already sold themselves to the false dreams of status, material wealth, and hypocrisy. But I refuse to follow that path. I know I haven't ever fully expressed my fondness for you.
And I've often been too rigid in my actions. I know you have not always understood me, but I hope my family will never be ashamed of me, for what I'm doing is right, and I'm proud of it. I've loved you all very much, and always will, even though I can never be the daughter you once had. With these words, I give you all an embrace from your obstinate, prodigal Katherine.
She just wasn't the same, you know?
And she was not self-destructive. She was sabotaged by counter-agents. I know that for a fact.
But the way she changed, I couldn't reach her.
The best thing that could happen is someone to take her place because Katherine was right. That's it.
When they said they could identify her by a filling in a tooth, I mean, a filling. It almost seemed as if it weren't Katherine who died.
I know her actions were wrong, but her intentions were good. I just wish she could have found some other way. I mean, it's so tragic. I had a daughter. Now she's gone.
Teach your children well. Their father's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love